Hey Edson, it's Mayor Zahara with an update on COVID-19 for March the 27th. As we heard earlier today, 56 new cases of COVID-19 in the province of Alberta, bringing our total to 542 active cases right now. Most of that is down in southern Alberta in the Calgary area. Edmonton also very impacted by that. Edson still no confirmed cases, but once again, it could be out there in the community. People could have it or have had it. So you have to maintain social distancing, maintain those rules. Fines will be levied to those that are not following the directives of the Chief Medical Officer of Health. Earlier this afternoon, myself along with my colleagues from Hinton, Whitecourt, and Jasper had a conference call with our MLA, talked about some of the challenges communities are facing from mental health, homelessness, how we're helping those individuals, FCSS funding, talked about how we're going to support our small business community and our residents and some of the municipal challenges that we're having within our limited financial means and some of the legislation that we have to follow in order to deliver services to our community. So we had a really robust discussion. I just want to say a shout out to our MLA for his engagement on this. I had to call him a couple times, text him, and he responds right away. And I really appreciate that because it's so important. All levels of government are working together and the community organizations are working together. I also want to give a huge shout out to a lot of the nonprofit organizations in our community, the volunteers, the municipal employees, the healthcare workers, the EMTs, the RCMP, the utility providers, those working in oil and gas, making sure our homes are heated and we're able to enjoy our homes right now as many people are under self-quarantine. Thank you. I want to thank our park staff for ensuring trail systems are cleared. I've seen a lot of people on the trails this afternoon on Airport Road and 63rd Street and throughout West Haven, which is great to see. As long as you're maintaining that social distancing and maintaining the directives given by the Chief Medical Officer of Health, those systems and those trails are going to remain open. Same thing with parks and public spaces, playgrounds. I've had some questions over the last number of days. Actually, I've been inundated with messages, and the questions are great and the comments are great. Unfortunately, just due to the mass volume, I'm not able to respond to everyone right away. I'm going to try to answer some of those questions in these videos at the end of the day. So if you don't hear back from me, chances are I'm going to try to either respond a little bit later or in a video such as this one. So I'm going to try to address some of the questions that I've had so far. One of those is on playgrounds. Playgrounds remain open. There has been no recommendation from our local health officials to close playgrounds or the Chief Medical Officer of Health. We think it's really important for child development and mental health that these spaces remain open as long as the rules are being followed with sanitization, social distancing. So if you are taking your kids and if the playgrounds are open and if your kids are going there, I suggest you go there with them to ensure that they are not socializing with other kids and that they're practicing social distancing. And if you're not comfortable, make sure your kids don't go there. We are monitoring this on a day-to-day, hour-to-hour basis, and at any time we may change direction on that. But we really think, especially with the long winter months, we're going to try to keep those spaces as open as much as possible. Once again, you are able to walk outside if you're not sick. That's okay. But if you are sick, you should be self-quarantining and staying away from people and staying at home. Also, questions about some of the announcements from the province today about businesses that are to shut down, hair salons that are now ordered to shut down. That wasn't the case until this afternoon. If you have questions about that, the best place to get that information is alberta.ca. That is a provincial announcement, so they would have further details on that and better information than I could provide at this point in time. Of course, we're getting briefed on a regular basis, and I'll try to answer those questions as best I can. Mental health is really important, and I know that people are in a lot of stress. Please access the services available. 211 is available. So if you are having financial pressures, domestic violence, you just don't know who you need to contact, you need somebody to call and talk to, please call 211. I encourage everybody to check in on your neighbors, especially seniors who might be isolated at this time. Our FCSS department is working overtime, coming up with programs, initiatives, and working with a lot of the local organizations in town to provide services, and we're working with the provincial government and FCSS to provide some support. Some more details will be rolled out in the days and weeks ahead. Also, questions about how we're going to support small businesses. This is a top concern for our community, making sure businesses reopen after this pandemic. A lot of work is happening behind the scenes. We just don't have answers yet. Stay tuned in the next couple weeks. Council will be having the chance to review our budgets, making decisions. But I rest assured, all of council very concerned about supporting our business community and supporting our residents, and we're going to do whatever we can, working with the other levels of government to help you during this time. This weekend, I hope you get to enjoy some time outside. I know the weather forecast isn't the greatest, but we will keep you updated as best we can. Once again, Edson.ca, the official place to get information from the town of Edson. You can also go to Alberta.ca and Canada.ca for the various programs available. And if you need help, you need support, please contact 211. Thank you.